Wike not become a tiger. Wike they have discovered that one, yes, now. That Labour won that River State. Yes. Wike turned it upside down. Yes. I don't know where they leave Wike. They for do Wike like the way they do this professor. They for naked and the way they naked. You know come up now. They for naked. Wike not come up like that. You know say na God carry this man. They talk when they follow me. You know why? As the man they drop him like this. One man when we got drop. As the truck is selling me, you don't know say the wife showed the whole thing. The wife see the whole thing where the eye for the one want that to see the whole thing. They don't beat me. In the next time.
Yes, good morning, wonderful people. You're welcome to the program. Yes, this morning, this is Bystanders and Instance. I'm Christian Chukwu. What a wonderful day to be alive in the city of Lagos, Nigeria. We're here to get reactions from our people on what is happening in the country today. The newspaper stand. You can see people over there are deliberating on the reports we have on the headlines this morning. Okay, let's move on. I have the Nation newspaper with me. The Nation newspaper. The Nation. I also have the Nigerian Tribune. The Nation and the Nigerian Tribune. The Tribune says NLC officials, that is above the masthead, visit Labour Party secretariat, back Abure-led ESCO. Passengers stranded as aviation unions begin strike ground airports movement. Government says that the strike by the aviation workers is unnecessary. Federal government approves Oxford malaria vaccine for use in Nigeria. Vaccine indicated for prevention of clinical malaria in children from 5 to 6 months. More knocks for Adamawa Reg as Binani goes to court. INEC suspends him. PDP governors call his action show of shame. Wants appointments of Rex reviewed. Makinde visits Fintiri, describes the Rex action unimaginable. Protesters in Yola want election results released. Electoral body to meet today. Jungle Justice, police parade suspected killers of driver in Ondo. And Ajaokuta, Kano, Kaduna gas pipeline 43% already. Woman sells 18-month-old baby for 600,000 naira to offset loan. Bank loan in Ogun State. It's a sorry story. I have the Nation newspaper this morning. Twist in Binani Fintiri Governorship result crisis. Binani seeks court order to stop INEC. Returning officer unavailable. REC suspended. Commission chiefs meet to decide outcome. Makinde says declare the real winner. Who is the real winner in this Adamawa governorship election? Who is the real winner? The courts. Before there's a petition asking us, telling the court that INEC has already declared Binani winner. They should go on with the declaration. Okay, let's move on. Also, strike grounds airport passengers stranded. Strike grounds airport passengers stranded. As court orders suspended Labour Party chair, orders to file defense. National Stadium, Surulere. The hard facts on that one. We have also Nigeria OK's malaria vaccine for children below 3 years. Question: the 5,000 naira that will be given by the federal government for the palliative, will it be enough to cushion the effects of the subsidy removal?
You go talk now. Everybody, you may talk. Nana, just the come.
Now, Masango wants support now. Masango,
okay, as a governor. Is okay?
Very okay, Nana. You want to live on that?
Okay, who are you have? Okay.
Oh, okay.
We finish, make I talk.
Good morning, Mazira.
Oh, thank you. Good morning, Christian, and good morning, senior brother there,
giving them better narratives on Nigeria politics. Then, to you guys, Nigerian diaspora, I'm saying good morning, everybody, and thank you for staying tuned.
Yes, INEC has been advised to declare the real winner in the Adamawa governorship election.
If you look at what transpired in Adamawa State, we find out that PDP was on early lead. Are you listening to me? Then, which was why Atiku intensified the pressure on INEC, announced this result, announced INEC delayed until they declare a run.
INEC delayed?
Yes. They delayed the declaration of results. When the actual gubernatorial election was, conducted, you understand, the result was too obvious that PDP was on early lead. But INEC, being what they are, they were looking for one way or the other to make sure that they rig Adamawa for APC. And that was the delay tactics they used. I think, understand, against PDP and other political parties. They did arrange passe as fellas sing. Arrange passe. They were doing the arrangement to, paddy until day before yesterday. After the rerun, it remained 7 to 10 local governments results to get to the collation center, the so-called usurper, because INEC said
Rek Kudu
Yunusa usurped. He hijacked INEC power and went to what? Collation center. And did what? And announced fake results to Nigerians. And of course, we see what went on after that fake result announcement. The man was ordered out. I watched it clear. Policemen, they were there. His police orderly, they were there.
The commissioner of police was with him.
Thank you so much. They ordered him out. The commissioner of police was not the actual culprit of that crime. It was Yunusa. Thank you. They ordered, let me call his name in full, Professor Yunusa, a disgrace to Nigerian universities, a disgrace to Nigerian Ministry of Education, a disgrace to our tertiary institutions, a professor. They called him out. The question was, are you actually a professor? Why could you have allowed this kind of, thing to go on? Why could you just dance on the side of corruption, on the side of what? On the side of negative side. You should have given the whole world the accurate results of what transpired in Adamawa election. Why did you do this? His explanation was unclear. It was even too audible enough because I could hear him ranting and talking nonsense. All they did to the professor is that they called him out of the collation center and beat him to stupidity. They beat him, they naked him. These are the people that corrupt Nigerian election. These are people that are making lives unbearable for Nigerians, Christian. Are you listening to me? The actual winner of this rerun in Adamawa State is PDP.
Binani has taken INEC to court.
Yes, but taking INEC to court could not work again. Ask me why. Had it been the result announcement was accepted by INEC, I didn't understand. That is when Binani has the right to go to court.
INEC to maintain his
status. Yeah. Let me tell you. No. Let me tell you.
It was announced by its official.
It's official. Okay. Then the result of other local governments. What are we going to do? Thank you. Are we going to expurgate those results and throw it, trash it? Are we going to trash it? This time around, justice has been tampered with what? Wickedness. Not be said with mercy. Are you listening to me? So we don't need to trash the result of the remaining local governments. We should follow INEC cancellation. Yes, cancellation by INEC accepted by Nigerians. If courts collect money as usual, they can do whatever they want. But let me tell you, war is brewing. I can see the thick smoke of war blowing up to the sky.
War from just the Adamawa election.
Yes, because you can't give what belongs to one man to another man. Are you listening to me? Like what happened in presidential election, we of course all knew that Obi beat Labour Party beat PDP to what? Pulp. Labour Party beat APC to polk. Obi beat Atiku to polk. Obi beat Tinubu to Babablu. Listen, so let me tell you, on getting to court, Christian, let me tell you, justice must be done. Must, M-U-S-T, under compulsion. They must give justice the right to what? To fly. Comes that date they fix for court hearing. Okay. I'm telling you, that is the issue. Christian, that's the issue. I don't see the reason why professors all over Nigeria should be corrupt. Professors of higher institutions, they are like angels. Professors is the highest achievement you can in education. Before you get to VC, VC is just a position of that institution called university. The highest position is just handle the university management or authority. But when you get to professor, Oga, you have known it all. Oga, moral standards are on your pants. Oga, moral guidelines, you should show example by your children at your home. Those students that are just students of universities, how do you expect them to behave? What do you want them to do? When a whole professor is corrupt, Professor Mahmoud Yakub is a corrupt man. Let me tell you, if youths, I threat as a youth, I have my right as a youth. If Nigerian youths get their hands on him, Professor Mahmoud, and you will not pepper soup, and you boy poto. Mahmoud, his meat is smelling. Okay. Nigerian youths are very, very annoyed with him. Enough of all this errant nonsense. Errant nonsense proliferating in this country called Nigeria.
Okay, let's look at strike at ground airport. Passengers are stranded. The aviation workers are on strike, and the airports are no-go area.
That's very good. It's good. Aviation workers, they're supposed to strike. Ask me why. When someone was doing normal work, what is expected of her from Jonathan regime? No, Yaradua regime to Jonathan regime. They were all spanking at her. They were laughing at her. They were saying, how could a woman be this intelligent, this, competent? She understand, consistent. I'm speaking in favor of who? Stella Odua. Stella Odua handled Nigerian airports, Ministry of Aviation, more than any other person since the regime of Gowon till date. They removed him based on what? Ethnic sentiment. That's why Stella Odua was removed. Stella Odua was accused of inflating contract amount. That was when they were about, buying BMW from Cosiris. I know it. They said he overquoted it. Who overquotes? Who is not overquoting in Nigerian ministries and public institutions? Public operations, they are well known for what? Overquoting. If they want to handle a project that can cost a Nigerian, contractor 200 billion, Nigerian contractor will write 400 billion. It is our culture and tradition here. INEC telling lies, inflating contract values up to 120%. That was why they pin her down. She was, abused. They call her all manners of names. The current Minister of Aviation should use his head and take the boots. See, let me tell you, APC is not doing anything. All the government agencies in Nigeria, the handlers, people taking care of those departments are thieves and professional rogues. See, let me tell you, Aviation Ministry, the workers should not only strike, but they should look for the Minister of Aviation. They should go and look for him. Drag him out of the office. Okay, this is the kind of revolution we like this time around. We don't need to be petting these people.
Justice.
Yes!
I don't think it is.
It's good.
It's needed for
democracy. No, it is good.
Democracy will not harbor such jungle justice.
Thank you, but democracy is harboring Minister of Justice, a jungle justice man, Malami. Nnamdi Kanu was set free. Malami said he will be there. Now, democratic dispensation, so they are going to harbor that one. Are you listening to me? Minister of Work and Housing. He told the whole world lies. He went to Lekki Gate. Only him saw camera. The whole millions of residents of Lekki did not see camera. Patola left Abuja, went there and saw camera. Democratic dispensation can harbor that kind of irregularities. So let me tell you, there are many and many and many of them. Abubakar Abakari, the one that died, the late one, could not allow Yemi Ochibanjo to exercise his what? Executive rights, functionalities and responsibilities that is meted for him. Abakari has taken over the functionalities of Yemi Ochibanjo. Nobody see anything wrong about it. Abakari was Nigerian vice president, Nigeria chief of staff, Nigeria this and that. He has been what? Filling that gap while Yemi Ochibanjo is alive. Okay, it should be, democracy will allow that one. Okay, let the youths take laws into their hands. Because this time around,
I do not advocate for that.
let me tell you. Festus Kayamo, is he not a youth?
No. 2 wrongs can't make right.
Oh, can't make right. So let us die and be going down to the bottomless pit. See, let me tell you, it is high time you should understand your own responsibility as a youth of this country. I'm telling you the truth. You can't do this kind of bullshit in the United States and you get scot-free. Yes, inside the capital there, you discover how Americans, they mount pressure on Trump. They fought for Trump because they voted for Trump. They expected Trump to be there instead of Joe Biden. And when Trump was not given that space, American youths on guns, armed with guns, they jump fences and enter Capitol. So Nigerian youths, are we different from American youths? Okay, Nigerian politicians, all the public handlers, office handlers, let me tell you, they are needed to test slugs. They are needed to test slugs. I repeat my word, slugs. SLUG, Chris, it means bullet, if you don't know.
Okay, thank you very much.
In their foreheads.
Thank you very much. I have Mr.
Jolly.
Mr. Jolly friend.
Well,
Can I call you Jolly friend? I know you will be very much interested in this Adamawa election.
of course.
Let's look at who is the real winner. Who do you think is the real winner of the election?
So far, so good. They have not announced the results. I believe that.
Who deserves to win?
Well, everybody deserves to win. Anybody can win.
From your own, who are you?
I am a supporter of PDP. You know that. The INEC have not announced the election.
INEC has not announced.
They have not.
Professor
What
Unisa.
they are trying to do is to a kangaroo announcement, which the APC are trying to play some hanky packing, but it didn't work. They have not announced the election yet. But hopefully, I believe that PDP was supposed to win that election.
Okay. Let's look at it. Binani takes INEC to court to stop them from declaring what that Professor Unisa declared invalid.
Well, those are politics. They can approach the court by using. No, court is not a means of selecting a leader. Let's get it right. A leader, people are the one that elect leader, not court. I think it's high time we should start delegating the power of the people to the court. Taking the INEC to court for somebody who have illegally announced a fake result. That yes. For
the woman?
Yes, the woman need to be arrested.
The governorship candidate?
Yes. For colluding with.
It has not been that she colluded with INEC.
If not, why did she fake result? If she's not. High time we start seeing as assessing the character of people that will govern us.
Yeah, I saw that piece of paper and I was wondering where did is this INEC?
That is why I said that woman needs to be arrested. Because they work together. It was a script they play on that very day. Because let me tell you the truth. If you any mistake to manipulate Adamawa election, it will create anarchy in this country. The presidential election they have manipulated, they have not finished with it. If I were APC, I would just kind of allow the election to go. Because you don't have it all. I will allow, if they are smart, they will allow the election to go. By the time you ring that election, you create more problem in this country.
Okay, because as I looked at the court papers, the petition, they're asking the court to stay the status quo. I was asking how would the court now agree to stay the status quo, whereby someone who is the electoral commissioner of the state that doesn't have the delegation to announce that result, how would the court stay the status quo?
You see, the issue is that irregularity in this country is getting too much. Corruption from the INEC. The same INEC champ and the INEC rep who announced that result, we see have that same type of person in the court, in the judicial system. They have already planned their ways, how they are going to manipulate it. Just announce we go to court. We will go to court and have our way in court. Let me tell you the truth. This time around, the youth, Nigerian youth, are ever ready for them. Are you getting now? I keep on saying it that court shouldn't be the one who determines who rules over Nigeria. Let the masses determine who rules over them, not court. Court, you cannot use court as an entity to say if you go and manipulate the election and say you should go to court. Because you knew very well that you have already bought the court, you bought the INEC, you bought all of them, you are not telling us to go to court. As far as concerned, I don't have faith in any court in Nigeria, sorry to say. I don't have faith in any court, whether Supreme Court, whether Appeal Court, whether High Court. I don't have faith on my own. I don't have faith. I didn't say they are corrupt. I don't say I don't have faith in them. On my own. I'm talking about my own.
You tell us the reasons why you don't have faith.
Me, because of when you look at the antecedent of the courts, especially the Supreme Court.
Sorry.
The electoral law said that you cannot buy form for as a candidate of a political party. You can't buy form for Labour Party for Senate and buy form for presidency. Ahmed Lawan, the current
Senate president.
The current Senate president, he bought form for the presidency, and he went back and they said he went back to Supreme Court and said that he want to go back to the Senate. Supreme Court said no, that this man is qualified to go back to the Senate. How do you not think I should have faith for such people who now know that they have ruled against themselves? And the same thing with what is his name, Chief Whip. I'm talking about Oji Sokalu. Oji Sokalu is a person who bought form, presidential form. They didn't even buy Senate form. The Supreme Court said that this man is qualified. For me, I don't have faith in such people.
You have Akpabio also.
Akpabio, the same thing. I don't have faith in such people. People who I know that they can change and attend, I don't have faith in this. I only have faith in God.
Okay, the wreck was manhandled by youths. How do you look at that act?
You see, let me tell you something. I don't want to use any man that he decided to, because he was thinking that he can have his way. You can't have your way just like that. The youth are angry. The youth are ready to vote for their own person. A man just came from nowhere. He's a criminal. Anybody that decided to rob the people, that want to rob the people, anything you see, can take it. If somebody come here and swear we are now, you want to come and rob here, and we have your way to see, you can't be able to catch the person, and we beat him, and before we hand him over to the police, I don't think we have committed any offense. Because if he did not make an attempt to rob or to steal, we will not beat him. Because he knows that robbing or putting people into danger, by then you are let people, credible and accessible people into power. Those people will do well. By then you bring people into power by kangaroo and fraudulent way, those people will not work. That is one of the problems we have in this country. If we allow the people to choose who cover them, the system will work very well. But if we allow the courts and the few individuals to choose who cover the 200 million people, the system will not work well.
So what is the way forward in all of this?
The way forward is this. I will appeal to INEC, please. Let the will of the people be done. Let me tell you something. Anambra State and Adamawa State and Edo State, there are some states, volatile states that you cannot rig election there. When rig election, you create problem, serious problem. If not, Peter Obi went to Edo State to go and beg them. Say, please. Edo people wanted to burn out this country. Like now, and Adamawa people, they are people that, passionate people, they love their people because, one, Atiku is the highest employer of labor in Adamawa State. They love you so much. Like Edo State now, if you come there and rig election, anything you see, you will bear it. Those people will not accept it. There are states that APC as a party should know. There are states, no go area states. Because when you do it, it will attract the international community attention, it will attract people attention, it will create more further problem in the counther. What I will tell you, sometimes you you use your number 6. It's okay. Because this the volatile area of this state, we won't try to manipulate or do something strange in this state. But what they are doing now is like because they don't have a good security report that if we attempt to win this election, it will create problem in this state.
Lastly, I want to be clear. The commissioner said they received orders from above.
Orders from above is order from APC. Which is above? Are you talking about? Is it the only above I know is heaven? Order from above. You said I have the order from the APC leader to manipulate the election. That's what you will say. Not from above, order from above. If you said order from above, who is above? The only above I know is God, where God stays. God don't engage himself in impunity. He don't engage himself with this kind of stupid act. He got order from above. He was street naked. That above to come and redeem the image he have damaged, he have caused to his own generation because he was so concerned about himself. His children and the unborn children, they will start seeing those videos for the rest of his life. I can tell you that I can bet you the highest money they pay that professor is the highest money for the generation will ever receive. Because that he already praised calls upon his generation because he's a disgrace. Let's just imagine that my father was street naked. How would I feel? That professor is a joke too far. He's not supposed to engage himself in such fraudulent and ungodly acts.
Mr. Jolly. God bless you. God bless you. I have a don't be Lagos.
Don't not be Lagos.
Good morning.
Now my brother just finished now. That's good. I don't know be Lagos.
At all.
I don't know be what they call it Adamawa.
At all.
I don't know Adamawa.
I don't be Lagos, but Obaseki, the win House of Assembly.
No, Obaseki, Labour was a fire forces.
How many Labour Party House of Assembly members do you have in Edo State?
We still have almost
PDP has the.
We have to.
Let's move on.
They cannot win us like that. Anyway, good morning, my brothers and sisters who are watching me all over the world. May God Almighty bless you. May God Almighty touch you. If you are there sleeping, receive healing, receive blessing, receive billion. You come back to Nigeria and invest in abroad. Nothing will stop you. Thank you very much. My name is Lucky Yaguna. I don't know the Lagos. Thank you very much.
Yeah, who is the real winner for this election, Adamawa election? Who is the real winner?
I just show you the professor, a whole professor, a whole lawyer. Our lawyer become, I don't know what to call them. Lawyer. Before when we hear lawyer, we respect lawyer. Nowadays, our lawyer, we don't respect lawyer anymore because they kind of characters. See, if you want to succeed in Nigeria, if lawyer is good, you succeed. Are you aware, Nigerians, many cases in court, many people in prison are being done by lawyer. Lawyer will collect money for you. You know you are going to prison. He will deceive you. He will lie. At the end, he will push you for prison after collecting money. That's why we tell them.
Somebody say thank you for your prayers. I don't know be Lagos.
I will continue praying for you. May God bless you. Thank you.
So lawyer will put you for prison.
Lawyer, many cases, many prisoners we have in court. Lawyer send them, not even judge. Lawyer will know that you do wrong. He will still defend you after collecting that money.
You go take your own share.
Then when you are going for prison, lawyer will tell you, don't worry. I will come tomorrow. You understand me? So, lawyer, look at that professor. Look at that lawyer, a whole lawyer. Put yourself, how much did APC give you? How much? Don't forget. That woman, Buhari's wife, is a friend of that woman in Adamawa. So they do all means to make sure that woman win election.
Who are they?
Number one, I can't hide myself. Buhari's wife is there. Buhari is there. They want that woman to win election. Don't surprise that the Buhari's wife is the one who pushed the woman. Make sure, don't worry. Because that's where it come from. So why are we hiding? Why we hide what? See, it's a shame. Let me tell you, the 2023 election, presidential election, is a shame. INEC has not go out of that place. They are still trying to put this in order, and this big shame come. If INEC in Adamawa can collect 2 billion for one state, What do you expect Mahmoud, Abi Mahmoud, or Mahmoud, how much you collect for the each state? So it's a shame. It's a disgrace.
Okay, let's move on. The case now is in court, so court is going to decide the winner.
That was the plan they make, that this man go announce that election. He's not the person that's supposed to announce the election. Supposed to be the returning officer.
Yes.
He's not the returning officer. It's the right. Don't forget, they still have commissioner who still know the right. There. They are there. Police is there. Commissioner of police. SSS is there. And they didn't tell him, okay, hold on. Because 2 billion was mapped for them to share. How they believe that announce the election, even if they beat you, you go to hospital, will treat you. But the worst one, we say, what we're hiding inside your house with your wife, your children have seen it. Everybody have seen it. No one have seen it. That small kokoro where they under here, everybody have seen it. A whole professor. Shame of you.
But,
not only him, shame of the INEC chairman.
It was wrong for those boys to brutalize the professor.
I want to ask you, where is Amraba? You leave Amraba to go.
Is he Amraba?
When Amraba steal your money, you allow him to go. What am I? Hold on. See, Amraba.
The commissioner was there.
Because, do you know why the commissioner couldn't do anything? All of them are the same. The thing hook all of them. SSA director was there. He hooked them. But the thing exposed what they were expecting is not that. They talk when they announce the election, they say go to court. And the way you announce the election, a piece of paper, not even the register, when you announce, okay, APC score, so this is, Labour Party score, this is, APP score, this is, APC score, this is. He did not do that. He just go there, announce. They tell him, don't worry, okay, don't announce, we'll go to court. Now, the woman now is in court. The INEC notified our election. Which election? That woman is supposed to be arrested. Sir.
What was that? What is that? What is that?
Why? It was a plan. It was a plan. Nigeria, instead of us to go front, we are going back. Because, okay, where is your president now? Where is your president elect? Where are they? Nigeria is not licensed. Nothing is working. Your president is Saudi Arabia. Which prayer is he praying? Can't you pray for Nigeria here? After they carry Ebo finish, carry Juju, pull everywhere. Igbo no vote, Yoruba no, these are no vote. Now today, they go pray. What do how God will answer? When you are serving Juju, you are serving God, you are serving Muhammad. How will they answer? They want to election. He carry Ebo, he carry Eyo, he carry everything. We give people everywhere. See blood everywhere. And today now, after the election, you win the election now, you are not going to Holy Land. Where do you want to go tell God? You are not going to Holy Land. What are you going to tell them? God will tell you, say, now, are you serving Ebo or you are serving me? Let's tell them the truth. What is election? Election has come. Now, the people you carry Ebo for, you want to sit with them, Abi? You want them to pay your house rent. You want them to pay your shop. Hatred has come. Heavy hatred. Because of election. Because of election. Nigeria now has divided under Buhari. They have divided. The Obama, Igbo man cannot look their face now. Except they want to take money. They go, either Obama will close or water. Because he deprived you not to vote. Because of election, just one person. And again, they are telling you, federal government brought $800 million. How can you want to give me 5,000 naira? Come, is it 5,000 naira to buy tomatoes or to buy pepper? 5,000 naira to give who? It's a shame, this country. So, my brother, where is Buhari first? Where is President-elect? Where is it? Buhari won the election 2015. He ran to London. When there, the republic himself, whether an engine there, but I don't know. The republic change blood, change everything, change the leg, show conservative, hand everywhere. He come back, he look young. Now, another one win election again now, where he there now? Nobody know where he is. I mean, don't go make
So what is the way forward now, Mr. Lucky?
What's the way forward? Way forward is that Nigeria to divide. I know people will not be happy. We have divided already. Why don't divide us? What is the way they we have divided already. Let's say the truth. My brothers in abroad now, they are afraid to go back to Nigeria. If you are in abroad, you carry $5,000. It's a big money. Go to Nigeria. By the time witchcraft, your parents, your brother, your friend, everybody begin to demand, give me. You will see money to go back home again. It's a shameful thing. They are not coming. They don't want to come. They are angry. A lot of my brothers in abroad, my sister, my friends, they are angry that they can't come to Nigeria because they were expecting a right person to win the election. So that Nigeria can be better. Now you still cannot give old man a miloko. You don't collect her.
Okay.
So we are in trouble. We are in trouble.
Nigeria should divide.
Now, Nigeria should. Oh, they say Nigeria. We are divided already. What is the money again? Now let property to take. You carry go. Which we cannot carry property.
You live here.
You can't carry property. I never finish what. The Labour Congress man.
Okay.
He said they strike. Let me tell you, this new man, presidential man for Labour, Ajoro, I love the man. If Tinubu comes from power, that's the only man that can take Tinubu on, that can stand. Not that president I just left, that Mumu. This one now, I like the action. They know him. When he send a message, he send message to Emefiele. Emefiele, 24 hours, say money circulate. He said, I will grind everywhere down. That's the kind of person like Oshomole. That's the kind of people we need. Where that man come from? Say, where he come from? That Igbo man, action man. I know they are trying to spoil the man's mind. Yesterday, the man led a protest yesterday, go to Labour headquarters. They should open that place. And I like it. Let them be the president to take over this APC government. Even not so, all of us will be in Zoom. We will be in prison. Already they are in prison. You go there, your country, they're prison. You know they are proud. I better go to Ghana because of prison. Sorry again, let me tell you. Ghana announced malaria drugs last week. The whole world to plate. And Nigeria said the biggest number one in Africa. They never announced one. Even Panadol.
Yeah. Look at it.
Because Ghana announced, don't let them hear. Ghana has announced their own 3 days ago. First people who produce malaria drugs in Africa, Ghana. 3 days, Nigeria now don't announce their own. I beg, Buhari, test them first. Minister of Power, head, test it first. The president-elect, test her first. Before I go test her. I don't want to die now. Thank you.
This malaria medicine is for children below 3 years. Sorry, it's a vaccine for children below 3 years. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Christian and listening viewers. Good morning.
Okay, there is a controversy over Adamawa State and the antecedent it is creating in the election space. Question, who is the real winner in all this crisis?
Without mentioning words, you see, what you saw that transpired in Adamawa was just exactly what happened during the presidential election, the conduct of the presidential election. It's the same thing that the Mahmoud Yakubu of INEC did. In the process of collation, even when most of the results are not yet have not yet been collected, have not tripped in, he went on to announce the election when the Nigerian populace are at sleep. The only miscalculation that the Adamawa rec did was that he announced it during the day. So people now have to, of course, express their grievances. If he has taken the same approach of Yakubu, announcing it, delaying it, and probably when the Adamawa people may have gone to bed and he announced it, just to wake up and hear that APC has won, maybe he wouldn't have, he would have escaped being lynched, or been receiving some
INEC has called for the arrest of those
that
lynched the commissioner.
Of course, they should do that, and it's not a surprise, but something leads to something. The basic principle of physics, I think the third law of Newton's third law says of motion says that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So it is the depth of rottenness within INEC that resulted to people's reacting that way. Because you can't continue to subvert the people's will and expect them to keep quiet. For how long do we continue with this? I think posterity will not forgive Nigerians if they refuse to hold Yakubu Mahmoud accountable for subverting the will of the people. The same thing that man did, that he received the beating of his life, or was, of course, the response from the people. It's the same thing Yakubu Mahmoud did. Look at the Premium Times release investigation on the reverse results of that presidential election.
Actually, it was Labour Party.
You see, Labour Party won outrightly. But how comes that the INEC Mahmoud Yakubu announced the opposite? And these things are still in their IREV or whatever. Why wouldn't they correct themselves? What are they waiting to correct themselves? You announce the result contrary to what you have. You uploaded in your server. And you're telling me you have ordered the arrest of... is it because you escaped? If you have done it during the day, I bet you're not going to escape him. If you escape him, may thunder fire me. He did the same thing that deserved more beating himself, not be decent. Akutaya boy or Toboy also. You see, the other we are in, that people are fed up. People are no longer happy. Suffering and smiling. Of recent, how many people have been killed? Across Sokoto, Kaduna, Southern Kaduna, Benue State. These are supposed citizens of Nigeria. You can't take the life of an American citizen without the government coming after you. Without the government showing some level of empathy. You can't kill look at of recent when some all these Islamic extremists did it, bombed the part of Israel, the border that killed Gaza. You see,
the response was
Israel government responded swiftly because it affected their own citizens, about 2 or 3 of them. But then they are dying in their hundreds every week. Human beings.
unaccounted for.
Unaccounted for, and the government is indifferent about whatever is happening. Has zero value for human life. I still call yourself you are in a country, you have a government. That is out of madness. For him calling people to arrest, I don't support impunity, but in a state of lawlessness, it is a crime to be law-abiding. Because if the people have not responded or reacted the way they did, the only thing INEC would have said, go to court. In a broad day robbery, you asked me to go to court.
They are in court already. Binani, they are taking INEC to court. They are in court already.
Let's settle it here, Christian, before court. I bet you are here. I go to court. That is the truth. The masses of this era cannot be taken for granted. You can't undermine, their rights to pursuance of their happiness. Independence is the primacy of the natural right of life. You see, of liberty. And in pursuit of their happiness, do you see anything close to that in Nigeria? So, INEC ordering their arrest is immaterial. In fact, they never received the beating. Now, people are just coming down because perhaps the governor asked them to maintain calmness. But they shouldn't take it for a weakness. You shouldn't consider the quietness and the calmness of people in the midst of all this atrocity, impunity, suppression, to be a sign of weakness. You see, if DSS could not rescue that man from teaching him a biology test, they used him to run a biology. Some medical students in Adamawa wanted to run some biological experiments with him. You see, to know how they can control or curtail that excess of the protrusion of his stomach. You see, and thinking he can come before the masses, the indigenes of Adamawa and the residents of Adamawa who has made their choice well known to subvert the will of the people. Because if in Olombe, I have to see how from Bang was here. I must hear Oloha, I must hear his size, his weight.
But he has been suspended by INEC.
That is not enough. Yakubu should also be suspended. Because there is nothing different. You can't be prejudicial. You can't be biased in your judgment. INEC, when, as I cited the Premium Times that made their investigation, I found out the same thing applies. So the presidential election, why should you announce the outcome of the election while this process is not yet completed? And now you're asking people to go to court, insulting the intelligence of the Nigerian people.
Okay.
Whose calmness should not be mistaken for weakness.
Yeah, good news. Nigeria okays malaria vaccine for
there is nothing good news about that. There is nothing good news about that. Go and market anywhere. Where will such malaria vaccines be stored? Do you have storage facility? No, Christian, do you have storage facility for those vaccines to be preserved? Where else do you have within all this place? Ikeja as a whole, Lagos State.
Abuja.
How many Abuja you have in Abuja? Because I have not been, you want to deceive me now who have not been in Abuja? Which part of Abuja? If I have been in Abuja now, maybe it wasn't yesterday it was built. So that is another calamity that has befallen Nigeria. You cannot talk of vaccine of such caliber. Malaria has been one of the predominant epidemic within this locality. And you don't build facilities that can store those vaccines. It's a waste of a commonwealth. Even a waste of resources by the international community that may give us some grants or aids. So if you have not built facilities, even where the head vaccine will be administered, I was in our main road in the heat of this sun. A very bad vaccine. Vaccine in the heat of this sun. I see. You have not built the system, the facility that can accommodate that. So you are not making progress. You want me to expect and start clapping for you? That is a doom. you are spelling doom. Because if you inject the children with this temperament, with this temperature, without preserving the vaccine, you're calling for more casualty or deformation or mutation. Huh?
Okay.
They will develop another sickness. They develop another sickness. That is another calamity.
Who said that? Somebody said that.
That is the reality. They will develop another sickness. Huh? Because you can't administer such vaccines in an unconducive environment.
Okay, let's move on. Passengers stranded as aviation unions begin strike. Ground airports movement. Strike unnecessary, says the government.
It won't be unnecessary. In fact, I hope that we have come to stay. Let all the airports in Nigeria and their jet hangars be grounded, so that there will not be movement outside the country. So let the force face it. If they are sick, let them go to General Hospital, or go to this one. There is a they don't have awful warm. You see, a place that don't have awful warm, how can they preserve such vaccines, costly vaccines?
You have doctors that will
Where are the doctors? How many doctors have you seen? How many doctors? I went to the, what do you call it? Is it loot or what? People are on benches receiving drip. Where would that? Even animals have not been treated like that. In the culture here, people are on the visitors bench, or what the waiting ward or whatever. They are receiving this because there is no bed. There are no doctors to attend to them. Nurse will just with a drip, a quick gag here. If you survive, God will help you. If you die, now your own time. Yeah? Even though
it is not your own time.
all die not die. If malaria no kill you, Boko Haram no kill you, herdsmen no kill you, you escape all those hunger no kill you. You escape all those hazard. If you reach there, now you no go escape unless your God is powerful. You give testimony. You see, that's why ordinary malaria you go to test. I know what I saw when I was having toothache. It was meant to be pulled out, but because of almost 100,000. You see, the two what did they call it again?
Let's call it joy.
Gold, he said gold teeth, be crown teeth, or what? Was splitted. So you don't have facilities, so let them grant those airports. Where are we going? Where are they going? It's that time Nigeria should face the reality. Let's get things working once for a lifetime. Let Nigeria experience life. Most of what we are living here is not life.
Okay.
What we are living here is not like Christian. Yeah, he the own. Eh? He said, what is it? No, it's not even life. For the fact that you are here today does not mean it's just by chance and by God's benevolence.
Okay. So what's the way forward now? All this.
The only way forward is time for people to rise. You may not agree me for some reasons, but this is the revolution whose time has come. I tell you, I respect the courage of those youth in Adamawa State. You can't continue to take undue advantage of the people. I expect people to go in the arrest too. Let them troop out and protest. Who are you arresting? It's an insult. And threatening to arrest them is a breach of fundamental rights. Because you cannot employ Ndosi. INEC employed criminals and rogues in public service. People who has no conscience, who has no manner, who has no, who are not professors. Then you imagine how they become professors. People who can't defend their professorship. A professor is an insult calling them a professor or a lawyer. See? But barrister, you can't imagine.
So, barrister and lawyer, what's the difference?
Huh? A barrister, you can't imagine a man who can condescend too low. He can even kill somebody, adjust somebody to be a criminal so that he can get money in his pocket. If you got fired, you're a sign of good, you're a sign of a big man. Now before then they use deceive us. Look at him, it's only terminal sickness. And the world can see that the man is not even. I thank God those people didn't lynch him because it would have been Iburu Mado. Mehenil atrocity like that. Let them leave him with his atrocity upon himself, so that if he dies, he will face the judgment of God.
Okay, I think the man that was beaten is different from the man that called that result. There's a mistake.
Yeah, it's different.
Right, it's different, yeah.
But they are part of the system. So, and that will send a lesson to Mahmoud. He was fortunate to have escaped, I tell you the truth. Nothing would have saved him if the announcement of that result was made in the day.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
So what does that tell us? It is time to say the truth. And I'm helpless about that.
Thank you very much.
That's myself. So the only way forward is the dissolution of this country.
That's what Lucky said.
You cannot continue to build a system like this. This is not the system. It's not the country. Where people has no life. What life does not matter. Now they say in America, black life matters. Those people protesting now, most of them are Nigerian. But black life no matter for your own country. But if you want protest against Trump, it's a black life matter.
Thank you very much.
The life that does not matter in your place.
Thank you very much. God bless
you want to take to America, we don't prepare their own home.
Thank you very much.
Muna come back here, we go fight them together.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Yeah. You know that the guy that was beaten is one of the guy that announced that result.
He said, when they come back here, when they come full and fight. If not him, they are abroad. You can go fight Buhari here. So, you don't know what the person use go, whether by night bus or by train. Maybe come back, come they fight Buhari, come they fight Tinubu. Okay, Mr. Christian.
Okay, I was asking the question, who is the real winner of this Adamawa election?
Who is the real winner?
R-E-A-L.
Mr. Christian.
Real? I didn't ask you who is the winner. Who is the real winner?
Yes, the people of the states are the real winner now, because those people stood up and said their mandate will not be stolen. Their mandate will not be given to any other person else. The people came out their mouths and then protested. You all saw it. See, Mr. President, it was so obvious. Now, that's what I said yesterday. The resident electoral commissioner does not have business at the collection center. He has no business here because he is not the returning officer. By constitution, he has no business. So what is he doing there? At that point, see, that is what that offense is treason. It's a treasonable offense, yes. The man not to be in prison now. If it's a country that respects the rule of law. Now, let's...
In what way is it treason?
Now,
against the state?
Against the state now, yes. Because now, he does not have that fundamental right, constitutional right, to declare the winner of the election. The returning officer is still on ground. But according to the stupid man, he said a call came in. Who called him?
That's the returning officer.
No, not the returning officer. The commissioner. Who called you? It's the Nigerians. The person, those that to track Obi and that about the corner. So it is time there them to track those that put call to the commissioner. That who called you? And now if you listen, the returning officer said he was not allowed to enter the venue of the collection center. He said he was there around 11 a.m. for him to announce the result, but he was not allowed to go in. Why the commissioner of INEC in the state has been there since 9 a.m. knowing fully well that he was going there to perpetuate evil. So security men, even DSS, police, army, soldier, escort them up.
The commissioner of police was there. The commissioner of
Let
police.
me all of them they do it together. Forget that thing. Not be the same thing. You like what the actual police. You like what type of commissioner of police. You don't tell us a commissioner of police. So it's an assent.
From receiving the call, are you saying that there are some persons behind the action of the commission?
Just like what Daddy said, it's a script now because that man will not have that effrontery to go to have done that. My brother, he doesn't speak because knowing fully well that now he has not been that is not his
Delegated.
authority from to that. Now the professor of University of Maduguri is the returning officer for that election. Now the person was locked outside. And Pastor was telling me now, behind the camera, that now, even if you subtract, now, there was a run in 69 polling units now, even if Fintiri does not have votes, sorry, the votes that will come in from 49 is just 2,000 and something. Now, still, that will still not make the woman win that election.
But the case is in court.
Which case? No, the woman took the case to court.
It's in court now.
No, she doesn't have rights. A process that has not been, that's it.
Concluded now?
Yeah, concluded.
The election has not concluded.
Now, INEC has said the person that declared winner does not have that constitutional authority to do that. So that election was being null and void. So INEC said on Thursday they will review the election and then they will a winner would emerge on Thursday. But I want to plead with INEC. INEC should not tamper with the mandate given to the choice of the people, because now, to me, I think it's a deadline robbery. APC should go back to their drawing board. They have lost this election and stop putting this old issue. People of the state knew who they voted for. That man, that record officer, yesterday, INEC suspended him yesterday. So that suspension is not even enough. The man ought to be in jail. He's not to be in jail because such acts can throw the state into chaos. Yes. Such acts can throw the state into anarchy. For you to have just rush out and then go and announce a process without knowing fully well that process is yet to be concluded.
Is Atiku a top player in that Adamawa election?
Is he what?
Is he a top player?
He is now. You know, APC is doing everything possible just to bring him down in that election. They are doing everything possible to make sure that Atiku loses Adamawa. That is why
PDP loses Adamawa.
Yeah, PDP loses Adamawa. So that's why they are bringing every tactics. All the tactics rerun, because literally the votes, because there's not supposed to be supplemental, because the votes that Fintiri is
massive, yeah.
No, is leading with a very wide margin. So why would there be supplementary election? Just because they want to use that and rig that election in favor of the woman. And now, thank God,
When you say they want to rig the election, are you saying INEC inclusive?
Who is doing the election?
An independent body.
Who went and announced Binani?
No, INEC has.
No.
It's the state's electoral commission.
Hey, he's not an INEC official. Is the man not an INEC official? That's my question now.
Is he representing?
Is the man not an INEC staff?
Is he representing the actions of INEC? The INEC delegates him.
No.
He's acting on his own.
Now, he's acting on his own. Now, before such man would act on his own, now, he might have the backing of some top government machineries. Before he would have someone source courage to do that. So, INEC too is trying to deprive the political candidates of that election.
If you are saying INEC is part of this, it won't be good.
Mr. Christian, we are saying now, who did the youth beat? Are they not INEC officials? Knowing fully well that he is not the returning officer, he went there and then announced it. And now you are telling me that INEC is part of it. Now, when Yakubu announced Ashwaju around 4 a.m., were you not sleeping?
No, for me, I was not sleeping.
You were not, around 4 a.m.
I was there.
You woke up.
I was there.
The day that election was announced,
I ate cola nuts.
I woke up
Cola nuts.
and I got to know that Ashwaju has won. INEC official announcing result at 4 a.m. Go people they sleep. Tell me say that election was not rigged. Fuck that nonsense. Even Jakub too is part of it. So he should not accept himself.
Okay.
It's capable too.
Well, the NLC has taken over Labour Party Secretariat back in Aburi's chairmanship. Don't you think that is?
I don't know anything about that because it seems democracy in this part of the world is always jungle. Even if you would have their own share of the crisis. APC, a party that is just grooming now, have started with this crisis. For how long can we tend to maintain decorum in this part of the world? It is always crisis. I don't know what is really happening.
Okay. Lastly, woman sells 18-month-old baby for 600,000 naira to offset bank loan in Ogun State.
I saw the news. I felt pity for the lady. She's just 3 years. Probably she said because there was a certain time she borrowed loan from a bank, and then due to economic factors, she can no longer sustain the business. So it shows how bad the stagflation is. It shows how terrible government needs to intervene in our economic crisis. People can no longer do business. Small scale business owners are suffering. Yes,
They are in debt.
they are in debt because now you need power you need some other other stuff to run your business. But now, economy wise, the economy is not even helping the matters. So please, the Buhari is going now. We know there is a lot of debt on ground. Whosoever that is coming in, please should try and look at us, we the masses. He should please, and then let him try and alleviate poverty, because this hardship is really pricey.
Chigozie said that some of those guys who are there should come back and join in the fight for a better Nigeria.
In the fight for what?
A better Nigeria.
They should leave US.
Yeah.
See, while I was in school, my lecturer used to say something. He said, any state, country you go to, I see Keke Marua, that country will never be good one. Then, see, we were in class, we were all laughing. I never knew. He was teaching us a course, development administration. I did not know then. I was then. See, I was still young. I was saying, now when I come to graduate now, when I find work, also. I never see that man talk. Someone should leave train and come to Nigeria and enter a camera with you. I say, fight him. Which buy a car and fight too. And fight the oppressors. So you think here there's freedom of speech. Let them come back.
What are you doing here now? What are you doing here?
What am I doing here?
Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech.
How many times has GSS threatened to arrest us here? Just because we are so courageous. Is everybody can speak here? Is everybody that can come here and speak? Because
It takes courage.
yes, to come here and speak. How many times has police threatened us there at that place where my Kadekule was today? China today. No, they thought that kind of thing. So we no get if we die, we never get the money. So if we see their life, we see them. So but nobody but nobody should ever come out to Nigeria and say you want to fight for this country. Stay wherever you are and fight. You see that Samuel Ekpa is in where is in field and fighting. So copies are Samuel Ekpa to stay there and fight. Don't come here and say you want to come and fight because that's a waste of time.
Okay, thank you very much. That's a Nigerian youth saying that you should not come back and fight. That's a waste of time. Good morning, Mr. Matthew.
Good morning, Mr.
Oh, sorry, Honorable Matthew. Good morning.
I know what you mean by that.
You have a big stomach now. I don't know what's happening.
Where is the stomach?
No,
They say you have it. They say I believe. When I not believe. When I not believe. When I not need.
Okay. What is the... Look at Binani 6 court order to stop INEC from invalidating that election.
I think what we are seeing at Adamawa is a height of recklessness. It has a recklessness because just like INEC put it, is purely usurpation of the power of the return officer. How can you go and exercise the power you do not have? And you have seen a situation where the purported beneficiary of the illegality is equally going to court to ask the court to legitimize an illegality. So it's quite unfortunate. And I think we should wait and see what the court will say. Because for me,
technicalities. You don't think so?
if you are looking at technicalities, let me tell you this. The results that were declared at the level of local governments, you as a return officer at the state level have no right to nullify it. You are only collecting results that have been declared at the various local government levels. And if you look at the result of that state, I think by now the conversation should be how to prosecute the culprits. Because I'm aware that Section 120, Section 4 of the Electoral Act provides the penalty upon conviction of anybody that acts in that manner he acted. That section provides 36 months imprisonment upon conviction. Though I'm not pronouncing guilty anyway, because our legal jurisprudence forbids you pronouncing anyone guilty until proven guilty by a court of competent jurisdiction. What I'm saying in essence is the man by now should be arrested, not working freely.
He has been suspended.
Suspension is, I'm aware that Section 6, Section 2 of the Electoral Act empowers the INEC as a body to summon him and perhaps investigate and maybe suspend him. Haven't done that.
Release him.
No, the
INEC
president is the one that have
yes.
the right with two-third majority of the
remove any
vote of two-third majority of the House. But again, the man is not enjoying any immunity. Whether he's in office or not, that does not stop him from being prosecuted. So by now, I think he should be arrested and the police should do the needful. But again, we begin to wonder if the police, the authorities will do the needful. Because you have a situation where he did that announcement under the protection of the Commissioner of Police in that state, and even the Director of DSS in that state. Because you are clad in between the police commissioner and DSS while he was making that unfortunate pronouncement. So for me, I think it's an aberration. It should be condemned by every lover of democracy. Beyond condemnation, the authorities should not waste any stone unturned in ensuring that he's prosecuted so that in the near future, people will learn from it. The essence of law, the essence of prosecution is to ensure that you deter other people from committing crime. If you allow him go away with this, there's likelihood that another person will do the same thing in the near future. So the only way to forestall such an obnoxious trend is to ensure that when it happens, you prosecute anyone that is found wanting.
Let's look at what's happening at the Labour Party Secretariat in Abuja. LSU taking over Labour Party and supporting the embattled Abure.
I think they should respect the position of the law. They should respect the position of the Constitution. They should respect the position of the courts that have asked Abure to stop parading himself as the chairman. I think the battle should be shifted to judiciary. This rascality of politicians disobeying court order, this impunity we have known PDP and APC for, I don't think Labour Party should join them in it. Once there's a court order restraining somebody from parading himself as a chairman of party at the national level, at the state level, as the case may be, I think the people should be honorable enough to respect the court, decision of the court.
Okay, let's move on. The strike grounds the airport passengers stranded as aviation workers.
I think the government should be honorable enough if you enter any agreement to obey the terms of the agreement. We can understand that it is consequent upon the inability of federal government to honor agreement hitherto enter into with. And what I'm trying to say in essence is, if you enter into agreement, the honorable thing is to honor it. And where you are not honoring it and you are seeing industrial action as a result of that, I think the government should take the blame. And I think the authorities should not waste time in ensuring that they move in to save the situation.
Okay, lastly, who is the real winner of this Adamawa election?
You are asking me
you want to accuse yourself, I know.
No. You are asking me to be an arbiter when nobody made me an arbiter. Nobody made me a judge. Even Jesus Christ, in a particular scenario, he asked a man who is asking him to ask the sister, be the brother, to share the property of their inheritance. He said, man, nobody made me a judge over you. In this particular instance, the only judge in that case is the returning officer. That best explain the reason INEC from the National High Court nullified the decision of the resident electoral commissioner. So tell me to judge is telling me to commit an error. And Mr. Christian,
who do you think?
I refuse to commit an error. We are looking at the result before the unfortunate incidents. That was a situation where PDP candidate was leading with 34,249 votes. And the council election in 64 polling units. And if you look at the result from those 64 polling units, you have a total of 37,016 votes. If you minus the difference between the area, the council result, and the difference between the leading candidate and the second runner-up, you are going to get 2,607. And by the time they started collating results for the purpose of the supplementary election, PDP was equally leading. They had already collected 10 local government. I think they were left with just 10 local government. And Mr. Christian, when we are talking about 10 local government, we are not saying all the 10 local government, but areas affected. So it baffles one, it wonders one, how the INEC residential commissioner turned himself into the returning officer. And this is a lawyer that should know the position of the law even better than we do. So for me, like I said earlier on, it's an aberration that should be condemned by any lover of democracy, and my position have not changed.
Okay, thank you very much. I have Honorable
Pastor. Hope you did not tell a white lie here. Christian, someone said thunder will fire him on this platform this morning. And he did not caution that person.
Who said so?
That person is uttering an hate speech to himself.
You know what I like about you? You have a very thick skin.
That's Chico say. He said thunder will fire him. Please, how does the general election and Adamawa election, how do they relate? The general election, all the collations has been completed, all the manual collations has been completed, has been submitted, has been taken down to what? To the Abuja Collation Center.
Before what?
And you are here.
Is it before the
pronouncement?
The commissioner?
Before the pronouncement by Mahmoud Yahya, Yaku, or whatever his name is. The manual collation, everything has been done at the primary, at the state level. They have taken it to Abuja.
Okay.
Was that not what you took about?
Before that,
that
state electoral commissioner pronounced the results.
Yeah, is that Adamawa you're talking about?
Yeah,
I am talking of the general election.
No, they are two different.
He said they are the same thing, and you did not even correct him.
No, what I would say.
You are validating his claim, and that is wrong.
What I would say is that I don't get into arguments.
You should have. As an anchor, you are here. Okay. You are supposed to guide. Don't let some person come here and misinform people.
Let me tell you what he said. Let me
tell you what he said.
No, let me tell you.
And I understand why. Because of his own, because of his own fan base, he doesn't want to offend them. Listen, I don't even care.
Okay, what's the misinformation there?
The misinformation is in the general election, all the collation, the manual collation, everything has been done and dusted. It has been taken to Abuja. There was a form, the normal form, the Mahmoud was supposed to read from. He read from it. Haven't gathered all the results from all the states.
Okay.
Do you understand? That was achieved. But in this Adamawa, they've not even finished their manual collation, which is akin to what OBJ did in 2007. So you will not come here and just castigate people because listen, me as a person, I will tell you as things are. You don't understand. Please, just go. I am only here to remind.
No, it's not that.
I am only here to remind his fans. I am only here to remind his fans that this man has said that thunder will fire someone if he lied. Apparently, you guys have seen that he lied. All right.
I'm trying to understand you now.
Now, for you to understand me,
what he said.
What happened is in Adamawa.
Okay.
What happened in Adamawa? Okay. When you are comparing it to what happened in general election, Adamawa is the worst of it all. The only issue with the general election was there was no instant upload on IREF. And I told you yesterday, I said as at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. on the 26th of February, results are already being uploaded on IREF. Nobody has come here to refute that. As at 26th of February, what everybody expected was as at February 25, by that night, at least by 80% should have been uploaded on IREF. But that did not happen. The next day, a.m., very early in the morning, as at 5, 6 a.m. on the 26th of February, results started popping up on IREF, but it wasn't sufficient enough. But the manual collation has been done. Yakub got it as at maybe 27 or so before they announced the result, because it took them about 2 days or so before they finalized everything. Are you with me now? And then he announced it. Don't forget that the primary source for information is what? Is a manual collation. And after they get their manual collation, after everybody has vetted it, that's why you have to have your own representative. For every ward, in every PU, you must have your what? Polling unit. Labour Party was shorting 40-something thousand polling unit agents. Nobody will come here and tell you that truth. There was a time.
How does that reflect?
It's that because you don't have a representative, how can you lay claim to something that happened in a polling unit? If you don't have a representative, if you don't have an official, if you don't have an official,
I thought Nigerians were there.
What are they the ones that will represent Labour Party in the court of law? Your polling units must be registered with INEC. Are you not aware? You were supposed to submit the names of the polling unit agents so that these people names are on the register. So if anybody wants to lay a claim, if they want to be a witness, so these people are registered.
Between what Mahmoud
Okay.
president election with Adamawa.
Do you want to agree with him?
No, I want to get your point.
No, my question,
I said
definitely, of course.
But
What is going on in Adamawa? What is going on in Adamawa?
What he's trying to say?
What is going on? What is going on? What is going on?
Let me say. What he's trying to say is that.
Are you trying to defend it?
No. The atrocity.
Are you trying to defend? No. Anything. When you try to take a stand, I just told you something. I said what happened in general election. All the results have been gotten, has been submitted, has been verified by the respective party agents.
Okay.
And that was why they all gathered at Abuja. Initially, everybody was okay with it, but initially Dino Milayi not accepting to it? Was it not when he started saying that they are losing? He said
they cited irregularities. That's why they walked
What
out.
was the irregularity?
He disagreed with the announcement of Yakubu. At 4 a.m.
What was the irregularity?
Disagreement with the announcement
You
of
cannot just be opening. You cannot just be bringing and
the IREF was supposed to.
You are going back to IREF.
In real time.
You see now
so
they are going back to
the
IREF.
basis of the disagreement.
You see now IREF is not the primary source of the result to be announced.
But it's part of the process.
IREF is not the primary source of the result to be announced. No, that's the truth. No, is it? Wait, in the electoral act, you have it there that the PU, that's the polling, what's it called? The person that coordinates the election. I mean, that's like whoever that conducted the election will publicly announce the results, and everybody will do what? Will sign, appendage their signature on it, and then if you are ready, you follow those guys back to the what? To the collection center. That is where the issue happens. That's where everything starts from. You understand? That is where everything starts from. Do not forget that some polling units. Do not forget that some party polling unit agent will compromise.
Of course, yeah.
You understand? That one is certain. Some polling unit agents who were APC tag.
Where are we going now?
Where
are you taking me to?
Where I'm taking you to.
Okay.
Back to my initial statement was there is no similarity between the general election and Adamawa. That atrocity that they are committing in Adamawa.
I think the court will.
Do you understand?
Will deal with that.
And when we talk of court, let me tell you, even the criminals, you know, the law, the court of law is one place that is so dangerous that it can even make the corrupt person look like a saint.
Yeah.
It all depends on how you are able to use the law. Do you get the point? Because you can see that this person is a thief, but this person will go to court of law, come out, being vindicated. You'll be pronounced to be not guilty, and the innocent person will be convicted. You know that is what happened in the court of law.
Yeah.
You get my point now. So Binani, APC,
she has gone to court
what
also.
That wreck man that was beaten, that was a case of mistaken identity. Unfortunate for that man that they brutalized. It wasn't the wreck person. That man that they beat now, that they naked.
That is not Hudu.
It's not him. The Hudu himself now. I heard he was appointed by Buhari. And anybody that appointed by Buhari, do not touch him. They only suspended him. You get, so these are the things that we will not see in the next.
How do we move on from Adamawa election?
See, everything we are doing in this Nigeria, our mindset is the number one thing. We as Nigerians, listen. Look at what is happening in Enugu. Look at what is happening in Imo State. Look at what Labour Party is doing. They are having parallel primaries. Look at what is happening there. Court. Why you will need to ask me such a question? Why will Abure, court has ordered you to step down? You are still going outside, and I can see some obedient obedience people who are validating that misrule of Abure. What kind of and they are crying for new Nigeria? You cannot obey simple court order. They say Abure, step down because you have an issue of forgery, and these are authentic allegations. They have provided proof to him. They have provided proofs to him. Everything is there. He did not come out for one day to deny it. What they are saying is, please, this one are in-house issue. Let us settle it. I know I fought, but more just let us settle this thing. More no caster. Can you imagine that issue?
Okay, let's move on. We have a aviation strike. How do you look at that strike? This is the second day. And we hope it does not go past today.
Our government just needs to do better. That's just what I have to say.
After 8 years.
Our government, they have to do better. One thing, let me give it to Buhari. I mean, he did something. He was able to pay so many areas for the fund this thing. Initially, when he came on board, his first time, he was able to offset some pensions. You understand, for these guys. But then, even that being said, he needs to do more. Okay, we understand we have so much debt to pay. We have so much debt to offset. We have so many things to do. But it's important that these are our governors. Okay, these are our government. These are our government need to be able to take our workers. Let them take them to heart. These people, they deserve to live, and they deserve to live well.
Okay, now lastly, who's the real winner of the Adamawa election?
Whatever I say, will it not amount to perjury? Because I believe that case is in court.
No, if you were
will it not amount to perjury?
If you were to be a party member,
whatever I say now, will it not amount?
You start to say that we won the election.
Will it not amount to perjury?
If you were to be a party member,
prejudice.
If you were to be a party member, APC or PDP.
You see this your question. Me, I always tell you something. I said during the main election, Binani was leading. Atiku went to the rec office.
Yes, he was leading.
People were saying nonsense on the comment section. They were saying I'm illiterate. People were calling me illiterate on this because they don't have common sense. Binani was leading initially. Atiku, why you go? They go rec election. He went there. That was what took Oshiomhole to fly from Edo. He went straight down to there. From there, things started changing. Before we knew it, this man started leading with 30,000 votes. Then at the end of it, they had to suspend that election.
Okay, that led to...
And that led to supplementary. Now, it is supplementary election, another case. I have told you, in politics, there's something we call porn. There's something we call decoys. There are so many things they do. Listen, the reason why a person like Chigoze...
This is a porn, Abi.
The reason why a person like Chigoze, who claims to be very intellectual, will never believe that Tinubu won, was because it is counterintuitive to him. He believes that how will Tinubu win despite cash confiscation, despite fuel scarcity? It is impossible. This man cannot win. He has no chance on earth.
Okay, thank you very much. You have put an allegation. Let him 1 minute. See, after 1 minute.
Are you going to hand it up to my own minute?
The way you are taking me.
That 1 minute. No. That 1 minute is for me. It's for me to give that space. It's for me. It's for me. No. It's for me. Wait. You can't say that they should approach. No.
I stopped him.
No. I've tried that before. That you resisted, right?
If you say you want to talk, I will not give you time.
No.
If you say you want to talk, I will not give you time.
It's my own time.
You came late. Let's move on.
This man, I don't know what they do you.
Yeah, good morning.
Oh, yeah, come on. I don't want to make it now. Good morning.
Okay,
morning, everybody.
Okay, we are looking at twists in Binani Fintiri Governorship result crisis.
That battle is battle of no return.
Film, they watch film.
I mean, it's a real film, man. I think we are entering episode 2 now. Right? I know Binani has gone to court, right, for them to validate, the election on our behalf. But the way things are going, you see, Binani, the Fintiri, Atiku, they have to call all of them and sit them down.
Who will call all of them?
It may be the president. It may be
the rec, somebody calls him.
Who calls him then? Who called the rec? Who called the wreck?
Remember, he was appointed by Buhari.
Not only Buhari could call the wreck. It's not only Buhari. Don't just put that finger on.
Remember, he was appointed.
It was appointed by Buhari, but it may be somebody nominated. Not somebody nominated that guy to Buhari, because Buhari will not just pick up anybody somebody did not recommend. So that is it. So the way it is a game of I don't really understand what is going on in that area.
It's a game of chess.
But the chess guy is playing. You don't play that game. No, it's getting worse. Than we expected. Now you could see how people has been stripped naked. You could see how ballot snatchers has been shot down. Or you forgot that somebody was shot down when he refused. Yes, the police shot him down because he refused to hand over the ballot box to you. So I think we are seeing the deadliest election in Adamawa as of now, because I've never witnessed such election where everybody is going through tension, both the participants and both the.
What would give him that confidence to do that?
Say for the wreck, the guy, it's money, man, cash, man, 2 billion, 2 billion. I think you heard what the DSS guy said, that they were they give them 2 billion. So that's what. Once we start playing money politics in this country, there's no how we can grow our political space, because the people that have been subverted to hunger, the people that have been subverted to poverty. So you now even bring thousands of naira, not to talk of billions, and a professor that have never even heard, billions in his life. I've never even seen billions as it is. The highest paid professor hand almost 600,000 naira in River. Is it the one in River State?
River State.
And I think it's
as a result of it, an oil. So we had to.
It's even it may be okay just to complement what the. So to me, the extent of the situation the country has deteriorated to is what is bringing. That is what is bringing all this abnormality we are seeing in our electoral space. Once you keep monetizing politics, things we can never get things well. You guys I told you yesterday, they are going there to serve, not going there to grab anything, that they can lay their hands on. They are going there to serve you and I. But we fail in our own duty as a citizen. We're supposed to be the watchdog of these guys, but we fail woefully. And that was why they can be able to control our mind easily, because the way it is, once you make that place less attractive, nobody will vow to say, okay, I want to,
It will be a Herculean tax for you to make that place less attractive.
Sure, definitely.
Even work on the constitution.
As one said it, a councillor, until we have a retired bank manager that is coming to contest councillorship in his domain, until we have a retired judge that is coming to contest House of Rep member, once we have a retired, technocrats from any sector to come, and you could see how it's happening in the other clan, man. It's not all these money bags you have to become money bags with. It's your personality and your credibility and your capacity that they will vote for. It's not all about money. But since we monetize Nigerian politics, this is the result we are getting. It's for the highest bidder, really. So an armed robber can even come down and boggle anywhere, boggle back, boggle this thing, and come back and say, okay, come and vote for me. Start splashing the cash all around. That's Nigerians. I don't know what they take money to us. I don't know whether Nigeria they are two money mongers. We are two money mongers.
I'm afraid of this country.
We are two money mongers. Get someone in a political party now and just give him money, say, betray your party for me.
I was asking, what effrontery? A professor, a vice of a university, and a barrister for that matter.
What is he going to teach his students?
If it's a talk that did that, he'll just say probably because it's a talk.
What is he going to teach his students? What is he going to teach his students, my brother? What is a professor? What knowledge is going to impart on his students? I mean, it's a bad example. Christian, he said, when the foundation is rotten, there's nothing that can stand on it. The foundation has been rotten, in which I always emphasize on it. The foundation of this country, without a strong constitution for us to operate on, that there will be
no law. There will be no true law for the citizen. As we are now, we are practicing two law. One law for the common man, another law for the airlines. So how do you want the country to work? You know.
What do you expect from the INEC at this point in time?
Mahmoud, I think he's trying to be a bit more neutral as it is now, and for him to avoid that the wreck guy to move, for him to be moved to Abuja. And mind you, the funniest part of it is it's only Buhari that can convict that man. It's only when Buhari wants to remove him that he will remove him, because any electoral commissioner that Buhari selects through through recommendation, it's his veto power that he has to use to remove him. As it is now, Mahmoud itself cannot sack that man. It's under the constitution. He cannot sack that man. It's only the commander-in-chief of armed forces. But Buhari is in Mura now, he's in Saudi. I don't know whether he's back now. So that our president should come back and try and settle the fire. There's a fire on the mountain. There is a fire on the roof. Mr. President, you have to come back home.
The woman sells 18-month-old baby for 600,000 naira to offset loan in Ogun State.
Shit. I thought that
33-year-old.
I thought that issues are it's no more even in our culture. I thought people have deviated from that culture, selling your baby for how much? 600. It's a woman. A woman.
33-year-old.
Come on, wow, you could see what we're saying. What kind of poverty will make you sell your baby? If you don't know what that baby may become tomorrow. You don't know, maybe that baby is the future president of this country. You don't know whether that baby is going to be Attorney General of the Federation of the future of the Attorney General.
You don't know what they are going to use that baby for.
I don't know, it may be ritual. It may be ritual. That's a dirty Nigeria. I'm talking of, it's a dirty Nigeria we have now. Dirty Nigeria. Everybody now is a suspect as we have. Everybody is a money monger. There's no cultural value again. There's no, ideological value again. It's all about what I can grab. You see people on the street not smiling. It's all what they want to grab. It's all how they will fraud anybody they come across, man. So in a country where there's no transparency, where the citizens are at par with the governance, everybody is running his own economy as it is in this country. Everybody is running his own economy. It's left to just be calling ourselves private republic of Nigeria. So sorry. I'm sorry for Nigeria, as Femi said. So I'm sorry for my country.
Mr. Kunle.
Yeah, thank you.
God bless you. Yeah, with that, we've come to the end of the program this morning. Thank you very much, Robert, George Umunakwe, Ekman Batimo, Eyo Ijoma, thank you very much. Ugo Okezwe, thank you very much. Many. B and thank you. Dennis, the number has been dropped, so you can contact Chigosi and Mr. Lucky. Pushmam, thank you very much. Amenchi Nwachuku, thank you very much. Jachuks Obi Bweze, thank you very much. Make Cash Now, thank you very much. Everyone, thank you for being part of the program this morning. On Thursday, we're expecting that the winner of the Adamawa State election will be announced by INEC. Thank you very much, Mr. Matthew. Thank you very much, Mr. Kunle. Thank you very much, Mr. Chigozie. Mr. Lucky, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Niyi. Thank you very much, everyone. God bless you. Till tomorrow for another exciting edition of the program, Bystanders and Newsstands. I am Christian Chuku.